So on my farm, I have to do some mowing. There's no getting around it, whether it's land clearing, mowing around the property for cleaning, doing fences for livestock, doesn't matter. I have to do some mowing, and having this huge mower, really beefy, on the back of my tractor has been very, very helpful. This bush hog is PTO driven, power takeoff. So that's in the back of the tractor. There's a little nub that's, looks like it has teeth on it, and that connects to a PTO shaft, and that drive shaft connects to the bush hog, and that goes through a gearbox and then down to the blades spinning underneath. So that's been very useful because we have the tractor. I can leave this on. It's heavy enough, it works as a counterweight. And then if I need to mow, it's already on, we're good. It does make the tractor a little bit longer, so navigating tight spaces is a little bit more difficult, but I'll take that trade-off. So it's a PTO driven bush hog, and it's really, really beefy. That's the biggest thing. With a regular lawnmower, you're gonna drive around, there's not a lot of rocks in your lawn, hopefully, and you can get away with a lot more, and you're doing a nice fine finish cut. Where the bush hog, you might take it out in the back and start to just tear things up. And more so than brand, like I've used a couple different brands now. There's this one, and I've worked at a couple other places. All of them have worked really well. What it comes down to is operator error. There's a lever on the back of your tractor that when you pull it, this thing lifts up in the air. When it lifts up in the air, that means you're not hitting any rocks. When you're going through your pasture, if you're clearing more land, there's gonna be rocks, there's gonna be stumps, there's gonna be obstacles. You can use this as a really heavy-duty mower for some really heavy-duty stuff, and I'll do a little video clip of like what I've run over with the bush hog, but it's pretty intense. The trick is when you're mowing, you want to keep your hand on that lever, one on the wheel, one on the lever, and then your foot on the clutch so you can stop the tractor. It's a lot to think about if I say it out loud, but you get used to it really quickly. And the reason why you keep your hand on that lever is if you start to hear that bang, 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 bang of hitting a rock, you want to pull that up and lift this up in the air so that your blades stop hitting that rock. What this is right here is a clutch, so that if you hit something or if you get into a pile of dirt or a stump or a rock, this will spin instead of you breaking the lawnmower blades off or the bush hog blades off. This clutch will engage and that will spin and kind of lock out the blades. But if you have somebody who just doesn't keep their hand on the lever and keeps hitting rocks, you're going to ruin the blades. You're going to end up shearing the kingpin in the middle that connects the turtle shell that holds the blades to all this gearbox. And I'm throwing out some vocabulary here. So if you have somebody who doesn't ride that lever and doesn't get it off the rocks, and you just hear clang, 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 it'll very quickly reduce the lifespan of your bush hog. So when you go to buy one, talk to the old farmers in your area. Based on off your experience, look for something that's really well built, has a good reputation. Do your research online. And for this one right here, I bought it off a neighbor. I got a good deal on it. He was a good guy. He didn't want it anymore because he had gotten a new one. I got this one. It served me really well for the amount of bush hogging that I have to do, and I'm happy with it. Last piece of advice always goes back to respect. See this little plug here? It takes a very specific type of oil to keep this gearbox well greased and maintained. You want to keep that oil level where it needs to be so this gearbox doesn't wear out and you don't have to replace this or the whole bush hog. It's expensive, it's time consuming, it's terrible, it's really depressing. So keep this oiled, and then any moving parts on your bush hog or your tractor, any equipment ever, keep them well greased, maintained. If you spend a little bit of time on maintenance and maintaining it, you'll have to spend less time and money fixing and replacing things. Is that old saying that an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure? Completely true, very true. If you have any questions about this, leave it in the comment section below. Keep the conversation going, and until next time, I will see you out in the field. Bang, 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 bang. Clang, 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 clang.